And the boss has entered the room. God darn it. I got something in my eye and I'm still trying to get it out. Fuck, this sucks. Oh, shit. Yeah. I got something in my eye and I can't get it out, but eventually I will get it out. Maybe it'll just flush itself out. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Okay, let's go. Nobody? Anybody talking? I hope somebody's winning money today. I want that guy to come. Okay, the Tigers getting ready to start the play. You know, I hope that guy comes back on here. Um, that was talking about Caitlin Clark and Reese. It was an interesting conversation. I thought it was a nice dialogue, but I was trying to explain to the guy, man, they just athletes, man. Don't you can't get all caught up in that. You know, they out there getting paid. They out there getting paid. Them ladies making money. And you got guys sitting up there trying to instigate. See you later. Daughter's going to work. But those ladies getting paid, they making money. But at the end of the day, I don't care. I like Angela Reese and I like Caitlin Clark. But I like Caitlin Clark more. You know why? Because she won me a whole lot of money last year. So that's how it goes. When you got to ride the hot hand. Did anybody pick any games today? I took that. I put a couple on the internet last night. Which parlays to take, and I think it was mainly San Francisco versus Kansas City. But there's another video that I posted for today, but you can do it for any other day. It's called the Real Gamblers Parlay, and that's where you go in and you pick. All you gotta do is pick about 8 to 7 teams. Most of them are underdogs. Well, most of them are underdogs. You have a big fat ticket. Now watch this. Not everybody will be underdogs because it's like today, the Milwaukee Brewers is playing. Who's the Milwaukee Brewers playing? But the Milwaukee Brewers is considered an underdog. Can they possibly win that game today? Hell yeah. Did you think I'm going to pick it up? Yes. It's not about that I'm predicting that they're going to win. I'm just hoping and praying that they do win because if they do, I win a lot of money. So where's the Brewers at? Pieces of what is this? What is this? What is this? Brewers. Okay, I took Chicago, but my other ticket, I took the Miami Marlins. Yeah, because I took all of the teams as bad. I took the Miami Marlins. I took Pittsburgh. Um, I took Boston. Hey, Boston's winning, right? Houston is an underdog. I took Houston. Houston is winning. You see how this is going, guys? All you got to do is just take a bunch of crappy teams that's not playing good. It's baseball, so eventually they're going to win sooner or later. Football, you can go a whole season and not get a victory. The Lions and the Browns proved that, didn't they? So that's what I'm looking at. Uh, Caitlin Clark, Andrew's rival, is part of the game. Yes, it is. And I love every bit of it. But what I don't like is when you get people like that one guy last night, Poppy Chulo. It's my guy. I was trying to tell him, dude, look, these ladies out here, they've been playing this sport. I got something in my eye, so eventually it's got to come out. But those ladies probably been knowing each other for a very long time playing on AAU basketball together. But get these ladies a break, man. Let them play ball, man. And the dude was like, she's jealous. And I'm like, well, how do you know she's jealous? We don't know. I mean, just watch the game. Stop trying to instigate stuff. Because it's stupid. At the end of the day, it doesn't make any sense. But Andrew Reese and Caitlin Clark. Man, if you take Caitlin Clark and a parlay, just make sure that you don't. So, because sometimes she'll go over 17, sometimes she'll get 20. But like I tell you, with these guys here in pitching, if you stay like somewhere like 15 to 16 points for Caitlin Clark, you win it every time. The majority of the time, you're gonna win. So you need somebody like that on your parlays to win. So look, like I was telling the guy yesterday, man, it's not about we don't know these ladies. We don't know even know half of these athletes. So why get all bent out of shape? Say people's jealous. Now I'm gonna tell you who I'm jealous of. Hugh Hefner, or I was jealous of Hugh Hefner. Um, this is interesting. I just said something about jealousy because somebody accused me of being jealous, and I like Jesus. This sucks. What did I do wrong? Well, yeah. So jealousy. A lot of people get jealousy confused with someone not liking a person, right? So if you don't like a person, that doesn't mean that you're jealous of them. Yeah, hell no. It was this old guy who used to live across the street. He couldn't stand us because we would always run on his grass. I mean, he hated our guts. But as time went on and we got older and we got smarter, well, just a little bit smarter, he started opening up to us and said, hey, you guys are okay, but I'm just trying to keep you stupid kids off my lawn. And I was like, okay, we get it. But yeah, the old man was not jealous of us. He just hated us because we stepped on his grass. So yeah, don't get confused with well, it's not for you guys. It's probably somebody who needs to hear it. That when you call somebody jealous, I remember I used to. Oh, Jesus, this sucks. How's that? Is that good, guys? All right. Yeah. Jealousy. Yeah, man. Nobody's. Caitlin Clark and Andrew Reese. They're not jealous of each other. They don't. They both making money. They're just out there. They're just out there playing basketball, and it's competitive. Because I tell you what, most of you guys out there, if you were playing basketball for some big money, and your mom's was out there and she got in your way, you guys would probably shove her down. So that's just how it goes. It's competitive. But then when the game is all over with, we pat moms on the back, say, hey, mom, you took one for the team, but next time you got to stay away, sit your ass down on the bench. But no, it's competitive. So these guys are going to get at it like that. All right, so let's look at some of these games that I picked. Okay? Oh, I forgot to do something. Give me 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Don't touch your eye. Hey, you can see me, Ma? Yes, Ma. Yes, I got it. Mom's, yeah, you know how it is. But it's something in my eye, Mom. I'm just trying to get it out. And I got it when I was in the shower. And it's really bugging me. Look. God, it sucks. Uh, all right. All right. So, guys, we got a special guest on today. We got my mother. So, I will not be swearing. I won't be saying anything stupid. Right? Let me find this thing. Okay. Ma, I forgot to post what time I was coming on because I was so busy doing other stuff. So, before I knew it, it was 4:30 here. So, I had to get up and just start setting up for the show. What was I doing? Okay, here we go. Give me 1 minute, guys. Bear with me, and I'll be right with you. Hey, Ma, how are you doing? You still there, Ma? Ugh. Ma, you like my specs that I have? For you guys, my mother is on the. She's here listening to me today, so you might hear me talk to her a couple of times. I was trying to get this thing out of my eye. My mother was like, "Don't move, don't scratch, don't try to wipe it out. Let it fall out naturally." All right, Ma, I got you. You like my interpretation of you, Ma, or my emulation, or my how I'm emulating you? Or no, that's not the right word. What's the right word? Carl, yeah, I got moms on here. Yep. Okay. Carl, how are you doing in your parlay, man? Hey, Carl, I'll tell you what, man. That whole Caitlin Clark deal, that guy was really hyped up. I mean, it's like that dude, he just is like, man, let these guys play, man. I mean, these guys are playing for a big bag, and this dude's sitting up here talking about somebody's jealous and all of that. Nobody's jealous, man. Well, you know what? I take that back because you know what? That could actually happen. People could be jealous of each other playing basketball, but I don't. For those two, Caitlin Clark and Reese, I don't think so. I just think that they super competitive against each other, and it's just one of those rivalries, and it's just good. But other people can't handle it. They got to turn it into more than what it really is. All right, almost done. Yeah, when I typed in live and I was putting it on my Facebook, Black Lives Matter came up, and that's interesting. I'm gonna touch on this, Carl, and you guys out here, and Ma. I remember when I was just doing the Cityballers.com podcast show, and this is when the Black Lives Matter thing was like big. So I called these dudes, and I was like, okay, I'm thinking since I'm black and they got a, and they're a grassroots organization, they'll give me an interview. Man, they treated me like shit. And that's when I started having second thoughts about those guys. And I'm like, okay, what's really going on? But no, I kept calling them. They kept hanging up on me. They didn't want to answer me. So I just finally just quit. I gave up. Hey, Al, I hope you come on. I see you liked it on Facebook. Al, come on the show. Al is still a part of Cityballers.com, even though she's not doing the show. I tried to talk Al into doing an apology line, but she never got back with me on that one. You guys remember the apology line? It was the days, man. All right, let's stop talking. Let's get to it. Hey, Carl, I was telling these guys that I took, and you might see the video. And by the way, guys, Carl's made his first appearance. If you check out the video, you'll see Carl on there doing his thing. And he's making fun of me because I couldn't pronounce those ladies' names. Carl, I know you did a great job at pronouncing them. From now on, I'll let you do it, dude, because I was having a hard time trying to say those names. I think, what is that girl? She's Nigerian, right? Yeah. Oh, wait, what did you say, Carl? What? You said the rivalry is upsetting because Indiana is way better as a team. Leave Chicago. What is that? I missed something, Carl? in Chicago. Yes. Okay. Yeah. 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 No, Indiana is better than Chicago all day. Than Chicago. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I was looking at I called it, and I posted it, guys. You can see it, where I put a real gambler's parlay. And what I did was I just went in there and I picked the underdog teams that could possibly win, right? And I picked like 8 of them. And if you get it all right, it's the video is out there, guys. Go look at it. I hope a lot of people have. But if you pick those 8, there's some of the teams that could win or upset. You won like $13,000. $13,000. Is that hard? Is it by chance? Because look right now. I'll tell you this. Now watch. Now for that ticket that I put one in, right? So I took Miami, right? Miami is losing by 1 to Chicago. I started to take Miami +1, but I was just too greedy, and I just wanted to go for it big, and just to show you guys. So if I win, I can just show it to you how it's done. But the video shows you how I did it and what type of logic I was using. Did I say logic? Okay, man, that's a big word. All right, so I took Miami. They're down by 1 in the 5th inning. I took Pittsburgh. They're tied with Cincinnati into the 4th. I took Boston. Boston is winning 3-0, right? I took Houston. Houston is winning 3-0. I took Cleveland, though. No? Okay, maybe in that one I did take Cleveland because I took Minnesota on 1. So in the suck game, I took the Cleveland Indians. They're winning 1-0. I took Seattle. No. I took the White Sox to beat Seattle. And I took Milwaukee. And I took Detroit. So here's the deal. Detroit is the underdog. The Tigers is the underdog. And you go, well, how can they be the underdog when they've got one of the best pitchers and they're in first place? Well, I'll tell you why. It's because the pitching matchup today favors St. Louis with Sonny Gray. I like Sonny Gray. But it favors Sonny Gray and the Cardinals. But here's my thing about Sonny Gray. I love him, but he gave up he was giving it up last week. And I think he was, because I was watching, I think he got his strikeouts, but it was like 6-7. And they were playing Philadelphia, I think. But yeah, I mean, I took Colorado, right? So I took all these teams that sucks, but if they actually win, oh my God, 30 grand. So yeah, that's it on what I did. So start looking at it for tomorrow. But I tell you what, Carl, that was called the I don't care or the professional. What did I call it? I call it the real gambler's parlay, because that means you don't really care. You're not trying to be Nostradamus and being smart and trying to pick the winner. No, hell no. You're trying to go for that money. So when you look at the games for the day, right? You got to look at the pitching matchups and all that other stuff, right? You really got to do your homework. Sometimes you can really do your homework and you can put too much into it, right? So you can't overdo it. But you pick the teams. Now, the Tigers is the underdog, like I was explaining, because they're playing Sonny Gray. But I thought that the Tigers have a better chance as one of the teams that's being an underdog to win. That way you get more money. I took Milwaukee. Milwaukee is one of those teams that can probably win. But I stepped out a little too far when I took Colorado over Philadelphia. Can it happen? Yeah. Will it happen? I don't know, man. I mean, no, it can't. But I'm just doing it because by chance it can happen. Am I looking for that to happen? Yeah, kind of. But it can happen, yeah. But if you kind of like, if this was like football, they wouldn't win because football players play once. I mean, football teams play once a week. Baseball play like every day. They might get one game off or whatever or two, but the All Star break is their biggest break. But I took Colorado and hope that they can win. Now those 8 teams that I pick, and make sure you go look on the video and watch it. Those 8 teams that I pick could possibly win. And like I just said, I was looking at it, and right now, majority of them are winning. So, you have to keep your fingers crossed because you never know. And I went over the San Francisco Kansas City game. The San Francisco Kansas City game is a great game to showcase your pimping skills. Because when I say pimp, that means you're going to work the hell out of FanDuel or Fanatics or whoever. And how you do that is you don't even have to worry about who's going to win because you got 2 star pitchers. They're both strong. So right away, you take the under, right? We go over this a lot. You take the under. You take the props, the strikeout props, like 4 per. So I gave San Francisco's pitcher. He's going to get 4 plus strikeouts, and San Francisco 4 for their pitcher, and Kansas City 4 for their pitcher. And St. Louis is winning 1-0. I don't care, man. Pissing me off. I gotta win that. But it could happen. Am I gonna bet the house on it? Yeah, Carl. Did I do a nerf? No, I didn't do a nerfy because I didn't do a nerfy on that because they weren't stacked. Now if that had been Screwball, Turk Screwball, I would have went with the nerfy. But I did go with the nerfy with Kansas City and San Francisco. All right, here we go. Yeah, No, I wasn't gonna take that. I don't. The only time I feel comfortable with taking a nerfy, and for those of you who don't know, that means no runs scored in the first inning, and you can get good money for that. And a lot of times you don't get it. Sometimes you do, but you only pull that card out when you have a pitching duel. You got pitcher here, and they're both good. They're not going to give up a lot of hits. They're not going to give up a lot of runs. So automatically, what do? Take the under. Take the pitching props. 4 per pitcher, right? And what else can we get? We can do the nerfy. But with the San Francisco game, I took the nerfy, Carl. I did. Because you could probably get it. But now watch this, guys. If you lose that nerfy and they score on that first inning, man, you done lost everything. And the day ain't even got started yet. That hurts. And then what happens? Now you starting to chase. Now your wife finding out what she doing. Now she ready to call Alcoholics Anonymous, and you got to tell her, look, it's not alcohol, it's Gamblers Anonymous. So if they out, you got a problem. But watch this, guys. When you win, your wife or your girlfriend never says anything about you having a problem, right? But when you lose and you're losing and you're on a bad streak, you got a gambling problem. You need to get it checked out. But when you win, oh, what do you want for dinner? right? Whatever. Okay. So we look at the Reds versus the Pirates. Now this is for tomorrow. Nick Martinez is on the mound. He's 2-4, 3.66 ERA, 40 strikeouts. He's going up against Bailey Falter, lefty, 2-3, his ERA is 4.02, 34 strikeouts. What did I tell you guys yesterday? Anytime I see the Pirates, I'm fading them. But then you're gonna say, "Well, you're a hypocrite. You just said that you picked them." I did, but that was because I'm just trying to win a lot of money, like the lottery, playing parlays. So if I pick the Reds today to beat the Pirates, that 13,000 that I have, it probably goes all the way down to 6,000, right? Because you get a good price when you get something like that. I think the biggest money came from Colorado. Me saying that Colorado could beat the Phillies. Man, you'll make out with that. But whatever. But for tomorrow, I'm gonna take Nick Martinez. Give me 4 plus strikeouts for him, and I'm gonna take the Reds on the money line. Let me look at Nick Martinez and look at his strikeouts. His last game, he had 3. Then he had Houston. The game after that, it was 5. And the game before that, it was 6. Yeah, so with something like that, I'm gonna go with 3. I don't even want to go 4, right? I just want to go 3. Now watch this. If you go 3 and you're on FanDuel, FanDuel is going to give you a horrible price for that. You probably won't even get that much for it. But if you go to Fanatics, Carl's Boys, which I like, you'll get a good price for 2 strikeouts. You get a good price for, well, I don't know about 1, but 2 strikeouts you'll get a good price for. So when you kind of like start doing these player props, my suggestion is to go to Fanatics because FanDuel won't budge. Like the other day, they had a guy, and he threw like 0 strikeouts one week. The next week he had 2. The other week he had 4. So the chances of this guy throwing for at least 3, hell, that guy was even pushing 2. But FanDuel goes, oh no, you can't go any lower than 3. And I'm like, what the hell? You know, that's FanDuel trying to strong arm you. But you go to Fanatics, not only will they give you like low strikeout numbers, but they also give you an excellent price on it too. Time for me to do some work. I'm out. All right, Carl, stay up. You gotta go to work. Yeah, you just keep it tuned in, man. And I hope the guys looked at you got a lot of hits on your videos. So just we'll get together and we'll get it done. Hey, Carl, have a nice day at work, man. Hey, one more question, Carl. Can you ascend or descend stairs? All right, let's get at it. All right. Nick Martinez, I'm gonna go 3 strikeouts for Nick Martinez. I hope you guys are writing this down. When I give you these parlays or these game or the player props and the spreads, you don't have to take all of them and put them all together. You can break them up. You can do however you want to do. But one of the things that I suggested, which is big, and I'm going to jump right to that and skip all these other sucky games, was that Kansas City game for today. And where are they? I don't think they play until later on. But hopefully with something like that and you have a pitching duel, you don't have to really worry about racking your brain as to who's going to win. Not unless if you are that good and you can figure it out that who's going to win and who you like and you know it, then yeah, get at it. But for me, San Francisco playing Kansas City, I just said, hell, I'm gonna take the under, right? I'm gonna take the 2-player props, 4 strikeouts each. Then I'm gonna go with the Nerfy. That means no runs scored in the first inning by either team. That's some more good money. So after that, you pretty much done pimped them out, right? You didn't pimp these guys out. So now, who cares who wins the game? You see how much money you done made off of not even picking a winner? So that's what I like to do. But you always got it. But sometimes it doesn't work that way. You know that, right? Yeah. All right, where am I at now? Okay, here we go. I didn't even take Caitlin Clark today. I should have, and I didn't. I got so worked up in my doing this baseball. ESPN scoreboard is not working. It's showing me one game. Maybe I get out of this browser and get another one. Other than that, I hope you guys are having a good day today, a prosperous one as well. Um, we're gonna try to get you some money in your pocket, but I hope you guys did take that Kansas City San Francisco game. All right, here we go. Now this is working. Maybe it was just the browser. Remember, guys, I told you I took the Marlins. I got them. They're winning 6-3, right? Will it screw up any of my other parlays? Probably so, because normally I won't pick Miami to beat the Cubbies because the Cubbies are doing a lot better this year. But it's worth it, man. It's worth it to pick that underdog like that to win because if you win, you're good. So Miami 6, the Chicago Cubbies 3. Let me see who's on base. Oh, 2 on and 1 out for the Marlins. It looked like they must have had a rally going or something. Okay, that's it. Pittsburgh and Cincinnati tied at 1 apiece in the top of the 6th. Boston 3, the Mets 0, and that's in the bottom. That's at the top of the 5th. Okay, so the Mets is up to bat. Pitching is dark. What? Okay. Well, they got to get these guys out of this inning. Hopefully they will. Yeah. Cleveland and Minnesota. Minnesota just tied it up 1-1. I did take Minnesota, so I took Minnesota on 1, but the other one I took Cleveland. The Cleveland I put in the parlay where I'm trying to win all that money at. Okay, so then that was done. We've got Baltimore and Milwaukee. I took Milwaukee because surprisingly, Milwaukee was not favored, which was weird. Because the only thing to me that Baltimore has done good all year is beat the crap out of the Yankees. Made me lose a lot, man. But no, they're like 15-30. It doesn't look good for them, man. You're not even in the summer, and these guys probably thinking about going fishing already. Yeah, so Milwaukee is up to bat. Milwaukee's up to bat with 2 on and 1 out. So let's get it going. For you guys that just joined me, I'm just going over one of the videos I made last night. And I was talking about if you put together a good gambling parlay and you want to pick the underdog teams that have the best chance at winning a game, the payout is astronomical. You put $25 on what I did, and you're looking at about 13K, right? You get 13K, you can call off sick from work. I'm just joking. You can disappear so the old lady won't know where you're at. But remember this, when you disappear and you don't want the old lady to know where you're at, make sure you come back when all of the money is spent. I'm just playing, guys. I'm bullshitting. Yeah. All right. So Milwaukee, 2 on and 2 out. So hopefully Milwaukee will score. Cleveland and Milwaukee and Minnesota. Minnesota just tied it up. Minnesota has one batter on base and 1 out. Seattle versus Chicago, 0-0. Detroit, St. Louis, 1-0 St. Louis. Philadelphia and Colorado is later on. And I'll be cheering for Colorado. And by the way, are you aware that Colorado's record is 8-38? Who sucks more, them or me? Probably me, because I picked them to win. But I'm just trying to get that money. All right. So, yeah, Kansas City and San Francisco, that's later. That's at 9 p.m.? 9:45 p.m. Why is it so late? Well, because I'm on Pacific time. So if it's 6:45 here, then that means it's 9:40. Whatever, I don't care. Don't care. Guys, when you get over 50, you don't care about a lot of stuff no more. You just start little stuff you just start not caring about. All right. So yeah, we're looking at that, and I'll just keep monitoring that to let you guys know how it's coming. Before we get off the phone today, I am going to give you guys a good parlay. So let's get back to baseball. And Carl will be coming on doing WNBA because I can't tell you who's good. I kind of know a little bit. I know the Connecticut Sun is decent, but they lost the other day. The Indiana Fever is pretty good. They got Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is the money gal. I just know a little bit. I just know enough. Look, like I said before, I'm not the sharpest, but some things I can figure out. All you got to do is look on there, look for the Indiana Fever, and look for Caitlin Clark. Boom, take her. But don't get retarded. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said retarded. I hope I didn't offend anybody. But don't get crazy, right? You don't want to take her for 30 freaking points every time you pull up on it. No, you don't want to do that. You just want to kind of gauge the games with her in the past and just try to figure out how it's going. And then once you figure it out, I like to stay in the middle with her. Like I'll underbid. Like she scores, I think she was averaging what, 23 last? No, she was averaging about 17, I think, last year. And I would always put down 15. I'll just put down 15. And she would get it. All right. So let's get going for tomorrow. All right. All right. So we left off at the Cubs and the Marlins, right? Or did we? Or was I reading the wrong? No, I was reading the right day. Okay. So we already established that the Reds versus the Pirates tomorrow, we're going to take the Reds on the money line, right? No, the run line. We're going to take the Reds on the run line. That's the spread, negative 1.5. Because I don't trust Pittsburgh. Nick Martinez has 40 strikeouts. Bailey Falter has 34. Um, I know the only bright spot with Pittsburgh is Paul Skeens, but he's not pitching today. So this guy has three strikeouts, and six strikeouts in his last three games. Do you want to gamble with this dude? Because it's not worth it, right? A guy like this can screw up your whole parlay, and it can screw up your whole damn day and your whole week. So why put it? Excuse me. So why even get into it now? Hell, if you're gonna do anything, right? Nick Martinez, and I went over that. Nick Martinez is pretty consistent. Um, three strikeouts, 5 and 6, right? So you can pretty much say that he's gonna get. You can go 2 to 3 points with him. You pushing it if you go 3. Then again, he might have a good day. But I try to stay, all right? Those guys are here, and I'm right there. That way you can keep some money in your pocket. Because guys, we always got to have that money ready. Because if the old lady want to pull us out or put us out, we got money now. Don't tell her about this show. She might put you out. And you ain't won a parlay yet. Wait until you win your parlay. And then when the old lady starts, then you can get arrogant. Then you can get cocky. I'm just joking. No, I'm not. All right, so let's go. We took Cincinnati. We took Nick March. So what we have in this game? We've got Minnesota, the Reds on the run line, and we're taking the Reds. The pitcher Martinez to score three to four strikeouts. Also, I haven't talked about this, but is it De La Cruz led the league in stealing bases last year? If you want to, you can put him down for one stolen base for the Pirates. Yeah. No. The Reds, I'm sorry. De La Cruz. De La Cruz is pretty good. Last year he was tearing it up, but I don't think he's in the league leader. I don't even feel like going to check. Well, I better. Hold on. Because I want to give you guys that information and he's not there. De La Cruz. De La Cruz can also hit, too. Got 6 doubles, 8 home runs, and 31 RBIs. That's damn good. He's been walked like 19 times. He struck out 61. He's going to have to work on that shit. Stolen bases. He's got 16. And Lewis Robert on the team has 17. So look at these guys. They got 17, 16, 16, 16, and 14 stolen bases. Oh, no. This is the league leaders. I thought this was Cincinnati. I was going to say, how in the hell they got this many guys? They shouldn't be winning. They shouldn't be losing any games with 6 guys. And what gave it up because I just saw Bobby Witt Jr. in there. So I'm like, okay, yeah, he's with Kansas City. But he leads the league. No, he doesn't lead the league. He's 3 in the league with the stolen bases. Ellie De La Cruz. So if you want to get off in the stealing bases, because like with him, when it first started off, this Joker was stealing. He was like Ricky Henderson. He was stealing like 3 bases a week. Then as the season went on, it went down to 1 and 2. But he's got some wheels on him. All right, so let's get off of that. Atlanta Braves at the Washington Nationals. Atlanta doesn't have a pitcher listed yet. The Washington Nationals have Mitchell Parker going. He's three, ERA 4.32 with a 32 strikeouts. You probably want to wait and find out what the pitching matchup is going to be like. Um, Atlanta's been having a hard time, but they like the Twins. They've been coming on as of late. So I would just wait and see who Atlanta's going to put on the mound. All right, Mets at Fenway Park. Clay Holmes, he's listed 48 strikeouts, 5-2, 3.14 ERA. So this guy's a pretty good pitcher, but don't jump too soon, guys. You don't know. You just don't know who Boston may put in there, and it's gonna be this. The whole thing will just change. So I would wait, but Tanner Houck just pitched, and Eric Crochet just pitched. So those are their aces. And they're not going to turn around and put these guys back on the mound again and hurt their arm. So it doesn't matter who Boston brings in, if because it's not going to be. They're not going to have Tanner Houck, and they're not going to have Eric Crochet pitch. So with that being said, you go ahead and take the Mets on the money line. The under, I don't know. I don't think so. Okay, Houston versus the Tampa Rays. Now, Tampa was favored in this game for today, and I was trying to figure out why, because it seemed like the Astros had their matchup was better. Their pitching matchup was like Houston was like looked really good today. But I think, and they're winning too. You know, guys, sometimes Vegas is okay. Let me see how can I put it. We're using an analogy. You know how, and this is for guys. Look, you know when you're trying to get away with something and your old lady is fishing and trying to figure you out, but women is very intuitive, so they kind of know. They see us coming like a mile away. But sometimes she'll switch it up on you just to confuse the hell out of you. Right? That's what Vegas does here. Vegas will play those games with you. They know that Houston has a better pitcher today. But they'll make Tampa the favorite to win. I didn't see that today. I took Houston. I was like, thank you, God, because now you get better money coming back. But so be careful with that, because Vegas likes to play around. All right, so I'm going to wait and see who Houston is going to have pitching tomorrow. Because right now, Zach Littell's 3-5, 4.31 ERA. I don't know. I don't like Zach Littell. Texas versus the New York Yankees. Patrick Corbin, a big lefty, 3-2, 3.5, what? 3.35 ERA, 29 strikeouts. Going up against Will Warren, he's got 50 strikeouts, 2-2, ERA 4.61. Don't let that high ERA fool you. Take the Yankees on the run line. Yeah, don't let it fool you. Take the Yankees on the run line. The Yankees' battings is starting to come alive now. Okay, so look. The worst things in baseball is to have two juggernaut teams like the Mets and the the Yankees and the Dodgers, right? When those dudes start operating on all five, cylinders, you can forget it, man. You can totally forget it. They're gonna beat. They're just gonna start. They're gonna win their way to the World Series. I'm gonna take Will Warren. I also let me look at the. You can take 5 to 6 strikeouts with Will Warren, right? 5 to 6 player props, 5 to 6 strikeouts for Warren. If you feel kind of uncomfortable, go 5, go 4. But don't cheat yourself, right? Don't go too low where you just price yourself out and you only make like $2 or $3. Don't do that. He's gonna give you a good. He's gonna give you a good 5. I can guarantee you that. Well, I can't guarantee it, but he's gonna give you a good 5 for sure. Where am I now? So we agreed the Yankees, right? Boom. Toronto versus San Diego. San Diego got humbled last week. Dylan Cease for the Padres, 1-2, 4.60 ERA, 58 strikeouts. Now watch this, guys. You don't even want to figure out who's going to win because Toronto might go with like Bassett, right? If they go with Bassett, then you know that it's going to be a pitching duel. So we got to wait and see what's going to happen because Toronto got about, what, 3 aces on this squad? Or 2? We're just going to have to wait on that one. Don't jump. All right, so the Guardians and the Twins tomorrow. Chris Paddock, 2-3, 4.05 ERA, 33 strikeouts. Cleveland will have Gavin Williams on the mound. He's 3-2, 4.29 ERA and 51 strikeouts. I don't care. I don't care that he's got more strikeouts than the guy from Minnesota, Chris Paddock. These guys have come alive this last couple of weeks. I'm taking the Minnesota Twins. I took those jokers today. Let me see how they're doing. You know how that goes, guys. When the team gets hot, you got to ride them, man. It sucks. Where am I at? Okay. The Guardians. All right. Yeah, so we got the Guardians. Gavin Williams, 3-2, 4.29 ERA, 51 strikeouts. If he's got 51 strikeouts, guys, don't be afraid to go in and grab at least 3 strikeouts. We're not trying to break the bank, but we're also not trying to play for small money, right? So whatever you can see something that can make you some money, grab it. And with this guy here, you can take player props on him. His last 3 games, his last one, the 14th of May, he had 6 strikeouts with Milwaukee. And then against Philadelphia, he had 8 strikeouts. And against Toronto, he had 9 strikeouts. Okay, I'll take 5. I'll take 5 strikeouts for this guy. And you say, Ron, why would you say that? You don't even favor him to win. Well, I think the pitching matchup. Hold on, where am I at? I personally think that the pitching matchup goes to Minnesota. But then you go, Ron, he's 2-3. Yeah, he's 2-3. But if you looked at his ERA is 4.05. It's pretty low. And it's lower than the Guardians, Galvin and Williams. So the thing of it is, you got to look at those ERAs because that's important. You got to see what you're working with. Because you could. So here's the thing with baseball. You have to be careful. Like, you can't even pick the Dodgers on a off day or whatever because the Dodgers might have a guy that they called up from the farm club, right? The minors. And might be going up against this other team's ace, right? Just because the Dodgers doesn't make them winners like that, or they're not going to win that game. So you have to watch and make sure you see who's on the mound and check out those stats. All right, We're off to Baltimore. Baltimore versus Milwaukee. Milwaukee's going to feature Logan Henderson, 2-0, 2.45 ERA, 16 strikeouts. Baltimore does not have their pitcher listed yet. Now, I noticed this trend with this, and I started noticing it last year. Um, the Tigers will be guilty of it. Why do these guys wait to put their pitchers or to put the list who's they're gonna have pitching? I guess you're trying to play a game or something or whatever, but because the Tigers was good for that. I mean, they like last year, pretty much going into the game, you didn't know who was gonna pitch until game time. You just sitting there looking stupid, trying to figure out what you're gonna do. And a lot of times I just say, man, the hell with y'all, and you go to some other game. But just watch it, guys. They might put somebody in there that's pretty good, but I'll just wait. I kind of like Milwaukee though, but I don't know who Baltimore is going to feature. Right? Who might come in throwing lights out? Seattle versus Chicago White Sox. Seattle hasn't listed anybody yet. They haven't listed anybody to pitch. The White Sox are going to have Bryce Wilson, 0-2, 6.00 ERA, right? ERA is 6.00, and he's got 19 strikeouts. We've got the Tigers tomorrow. Okay, this is a good one. We've got the Tigers tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you how we're going to handle this one. We got Kurt Struble going for the Tigers. Big lefty. Well, medium-sized lefty. He's kind of big, though. The guy's big. It's 4-2. ERA is 2.67, 71 strikeouts. Going up against Freddie. He's 3-3. ERA 3.44, 32 strikeouts. Right away, I can tell you like this: Eric Fred or Fed or whatever. He's not a slouch, right? He's not bad. Let me look at his numbers. He looks respectable, right? Let me see. Yeah. He's okay. So his last games against Philadelphia, he only gave up 3 hits, no runs. Against Washington, he gave up 6 hits, no runs. But on the 4th of May, he played the Mets. He gave up 6 hits and 3 runs. So that's what we're looking at for this guy. Would I take 3 for him? Yeah, I think I would. I'll take 3. Do you have to take 3? No. If you got this funky feeling that, my eyes, this is terrible. It won't come out. Yeah, so if he's got, I'll just go 3. 3 strikeouts, you're looking good because, like I said, you don't want to try to come out and pick more than what you need. Some guys will look at it and say, oh, he's do 6 strikeouts, so I'm going to go for another 6. Might not happen, dude. He might throw for 12. Or he may not throw for any. I've seen it happen. Anything can happen in baseball. Any sport that they play around the clock like these guys, you're liable to see anything. All right, let's get going. Let's get out of here. I'm going to, with the Tigers and the Cardinals, I'm going to take the Tigers on the money line. Then I'm going to go take the under in that game. Okay? Then I'm going to go Kurt Struble. You're going to have 2 options here. You can either go for alt strikeouts, which I would say 6 alt strikeouts for Struble. Or you can look and see what the over-under is on his strikeouts. If his over-under strikeouts is 6.5 or 5.5, I doubt if it'll be 5.5. But they might give you something at 6.5. I would take that. Anything higher? No. Anything lower? No. All right. So we've got that squared away. Did we get everything? We got the player props. And we gotta take the Nerfy on this one. No runs scored in the first inning, either team. All right. Now here comes a Philadelphia. Here comes this game that is terrible. Philadelphia is going up against the Colorado Rockies. Philadelphia is 28-18, while the Colorado Rockies are only 8-38. Somebody gonna get fired. That's terrible. They only won 8 games this year, and all of the rest, all of the 38 other ones, they lost. This game right here, I'm gonna fade the Rockies. I'm gonna take Jesus Lazario, who's 4-0. His ERA is 2.0, and he has 57 strikeouts. Yeah, how many pitch outs? I, I don't even have to. Well, go 3. Go 3. Now watch this. He's got 6. His last strikeout, he had 6. The game before that, he had 4. And then he had 6. You may say, Ron, why don't you want to go 6? Why don't you go 5? Good question. You can go 5. But for me, the highest I would go would be 4. Right? I'm looking at this. I'm not trying to be Jimmy Swagger, right? I'm not trying to be, what's that other goose name? Was Jim Baker. Yeah, I'm not trying to be those guys. Just get your 3 strikeouts and go, right? Baker. Jimmy Swagger. I think you young guys, you don't know about that. That was when those television evangelists was ruling the airways, but then this guy got caught up into doing certain things that was not considered godly, right? My opinion on that is Jimmy Swagger set himself up for that, because if you up preaching and telling somebody, hey, don't be an idiot, don't be a goofball. Yes, today's number is 3. What do you mean, Chevy? Oh, you're just driving. When you say today's number is 3, what do you mean? But like I say, guys, don't be like those guys and try to overdo it. All right, let's see, because I want to see what Chevy's my guy. He kept it going last night. I'm here just driving. Yeah, that's good. Chevy, where are you located? Are you in Michigan? Starting to get warm back there. Tell you what, man, I miss Michigan. Really do. It's expensive out here, guys. Is it worth it? Yeah, it depends. All right, where am I at? So we're gonna take Philadelphia. We're gonna take Jose. Let's see. Mississippi. My mother's in Mississippi. Are you right outside of Memphis, like Olive Branch? You know where that's at? This sucks. Goodness gracious, it sucks. It'll come out. All right, so let's move on. Minneapolis is where you're. No, you're in Mississippi. My mother's down there, so that's kind of cool. I like Mississippi. It's really nice. All right. The second showdown between the Royals and the Giants. The Giants are going to have a Hayton Birdsong, right-hander, 1-0, 2.31 ERA, 25 strikeouts. Going up against Michael Lorenzen, who's 3-4. He boasts a 3.76 ERA and 45 strikeouts. I'm going to take Michael Lorenzen. I'll take him, and I'll take Kansas City to win on the money line. The Angels versus the Athletics. And remember, guys, the more you hear me talk and go through these games, you're gonna know what I like and what I don't like. And when I talk about the Athletics, if JP Spears is not pitching, I'm fading the A's. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who the Angels is putting up there. So Kyle Hendricks is one in. Oh wait. Maybe I do need to reconsider. Okay, so Kyle Hendricks is 1-5. He's got a 5.1 ERA and 25 strikeouts. Uh, this guy that the Athletics have, his name is Gunnar Hoagland. God darn it, man! It's just. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I got this thing in my eye. It won't come out. That sucks. Let's see if it's coming out. Wow, that hurts. All right. So the A's. Sorry about that, guys. So the A's have Gunnar on the mound. Gunnar Hoagland. He's 1-1, 3.78 ERA, 15 strikeouts, and they're at home. I tell you what, guys, give me the Oakland or the Athletics, the Las Vegas A's. I wonder if the A's is going to change their name when they go to Oakland. I mean, when they go to Vegas. I'm going to take the A's. And I'm going to take the A's on the money line. Guys, you will rarely ever hear me say run line. I just don't like that, especially with baseball. You got to try to stay away from those run lines. You can probably kind of guess things, but that run line will get you every time. All right. Shucks, it sucks. So we've got the Diamondbacks tomorrow going up against the LA Dodgers. The D-backs will feature Ryan Nelson, 1-1, 5.13 ERA, 28 strikeouts. Los Angeles has Yoshi Obi Yakamoto. Did I say that right, guys? Or did I butcher the hell out of his name? It doesn't matter. This guy is awesome, right? He's 5-3, 2.12 ERA, and 59 strikeouts. I'm going to take the LA Dodgers on the run line. I'm going to take I'm taking him on the run line, and I'm going to take the pitcher Yamamoto to get, let's see, his last strikeouts, his last 3 games, 6, 4, and 6. Don't overthink it. Take 3. Again, you may say, Ron, he's made 6 a couple of last weeks. Why you drop him down to 3? Because, what's that old saying? A bird in the hand beats 2 in the bush, right? You just trying to get something. You ain't trying to break the bank. When you try to break the bank, you fuck your parlays all the way up. You don't want to do that. It's nothing worse than when all of the games start. Sound is out. My sound is out? Nobody can hear me? Can you hear? Mic check 1, 2. Can you guys hear? Can anybody hear? I'm just running my freaking mouth. Mom, my sound is good. Nobody's saying anything. You guys can hear me, right? Yeah. I don't. Maybe there's something wrong with your computer, Mom. But Chevy guy can hear me, so I'm good. I don't know. All right. Where are we? Yeah. Yakamoto. I'm going to take him 4, maybe 5. And I'm going to take the Dodgers on the run line. That spread. Let's get that going. So that's it for tomorrow. You can choose whoever you want. Just because I went down the line and I gave you my opinion on all of them doesn't mean that you have to use them. Because God knows I don't know if I can get them all right like that. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. But one of the games that I feel good at and know that I can make something happen, I can at least walk out with $100, $150, right? And that, what game was that? Let me find it. Believe it or not, the Cincinnati and Pittsburgh game is going to be okay. Mike, you could probably mess around and get an under on that one. Chicago and Miami, nope. New York and Boston, nope. New York and Texas, yeah, because Texas is going to have Patrick Corbin going. So watch this. Let's do this. The Texas game. I'm gonna take the Texas game, the Texas Rangers versus the New York Yankees, and I'm gonna connect that with I'm gonna connect that with the Detroit Tigers game, right? I'm gonna add the Philadelphia game in there as well. There was more. Okay, watch this. I'm gonna do a quick parlay for tomorrow, so you guys will see what I mean. FanDuel. Okay. Bear with me, guys. I'll have this ready for you in a second. We'll just go over it. I gotta get one of those things where I can share my screen, where I can talk and I can put it up on the screen that's on the side, so I can show you guys what I'm doing. I just gotta get a program for that. If you guys know any good programs, tell me, please. I need some help. Okay, where am I at? Okay. So tomorrow we're gonna go with okay, move over here. Okay. All right. So tomorrow I said take the Cincinnati Reds. What the hell? Okay, got it. This is for today. I was getting ready to say, what is this? Okay. And Cincinnati is beating the crap out of the Pirates. Short lived. All right. I tried. So, okay, keep going. Okay. This is for tonight. All right. Here we go for tomorrow. I said take Cincinnati on the run line. This early in the game they're not gonna give you pitching. St. Louis 2, Detroit 0. Um, yeah. Did I pick Sonny Gray today? I think I forgot to put him in there for a strikeout. Let me see how many strike. Well, I like Sonny Gray. Doesn't matter. So I'm looking at the pitching for strikeouts. They don't have that in here yet, right? So we'll skip over it like it never even happened. Okay, so we've got one. We've got Cincinnati. We've got the Cubs and the Marlins. I don't want that. What game do I want? Where's this at? I want the Texas Rangers and the New York Yankees, right? Guys, okay, no, I'm not. I was gonna jump out and go over. I don't want to be too risky. I just don't. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the Yankees on the run line. We're gonna go inside this game and look at player props. See if they got pitchers out there. Nope. It's kind of early, man. They don't. Here's my thing. How the hell? Why won't you put it out? You know who's gonna pitch. What changes? And I can get the guys that you don't have listed, but you know who you got listed. Put it out here, FanDuel. Okay, so let's go back. We just act like we don't need a pitcher. So we got Cincinnati run line, right? And we took the New York Yankees on the run line as well. I'm taking Minnesota. I'm taking Minnesota on the money line. I am taking the Detroit Tigers. I'm going to take them on the money line. I'm going to play it safe because you just never know, right? I'm going to go inside the game and see if they got pitching stats for Screwball. I mean, yeah, they don't. So they don't have. We've got first inning results. So I don't want to go with this Nerfy where it says first inning results because it's always going to end up in a. It's going to say it's going to end up in a tie. I think the Tigers could probably score in the first inning, but I don't think St. Louis will. So for that, you have to go to Fanatics. Fanatics will give you that. Fanatics will say, what would they say? The Fanatics will say, well, the Tigers to score in the first inning, yes or no. And then it'll go over, you say no. I wouldn't even mess with the Tigers. Just don't even put it on there. You're going to go over to St. Louis and go, will St. Louis score in the first inning, yes or no? Definitely put no. St. Louis won't be scoring in the first inning this week. I mean, tomorrow against Screwball. Can he? Yeah, probable, highly unlikely. All right, so we'll take that. But I can't count that because it's not on here and it's so early. All right, so let's go back. What are we missing? Philadelphia and Colorado. We're definitely going to take Philadelphia on the run line. Kansas City and San Francisco. We do not care. We do not care about, no. We care about the Dodgers. We're going to take the Dodgers on the run line. Yakamoto's pitching stats are not in there, right? And I don't think Jesus is either, Lazario. I'm definitely going to take the Phillies, right? So right now, without the player props, because the player props aren't in, we'll go over this. I took Cincinnati on the run line, negative 1.5 spread. I took the Yankees on the run line, negative 1.5 the spread. I took Minnesota Twins on the money line. I took the Detroit Tigers on the money line. Keep in mind, I'm going to sprinkle more shit onto this because of Turk Screwball. But let's just say FanDuel got pissed at us all and wouldn't let us pick up player props. I took Detroit money line. I took Philadelphia on the run line as well. And I took the Dodgers on the run line. Sorry. I took the Dodgers on the run line. Okay. So, how much money can I put on this? What do you want to put? Anybody, give me a number. Like if you were to bet, how much money would you put on this ticket? And then that's what I'm going to put on. Anybody? Throw me a number. Okay. Chevy, 25 bucks. Let's do it. Wow. If you put $25, watch this, guys. This is kind of cool because, the pitchers could mess up your parlays sometimes because you never know. If you put $25 down on this parlay, which is a 6-leg parlay, it's nothing, right? If you win 6, you're going to get $1,013.66. Oh. See? Because we know the Dodgers has got Yakamoto. He's damn good, right? The Dodgers is good. Philadelphia is good. As a matter of fact, Philadelphia is playing Colorado, who's only won 8 games, right? The Tigers got Screwball, and they're in first place. I mean, this is, guys, you can't fuck this up. This is like just smart, right? Smart betting. Minnesota Twins money line. Yankees, run line. Cincinnati Reds, run line. Because Pittsburgh says, oh, okay, let's do $10. Right? Let's do 10. $10 will get you $405.46. Still good. You're still walking away with positive money. I would rather have $25 in my pocket versus being in debt or having zero money, right? So the whole thing of it is to what? Get the money and just keep it moving. So right now we got that 8 slip. I'll read it again, guys. Cincinnati. And you know what? I'll do another video tonight. And so you guys can see, I'll do a parlay so you guys can see what I'm doing. Please go and look at the videos that I have up. We got Carl was on there making his calls for the WNBA. And he did pretty good. Actually, he did damn good. Because he was making fun of me because I couldn't pronounce those names. Whatever. I mean, right? Yeah. Cincinnati, spread. New York Yankees, spread. This is for tomorrow. New York Yankees, spread. If you don't feel, okay, watch this. I'm going to change. I'm going to turn into cheap daddy, right? I'm cheap. Guys, women don't like a cheap guy. Right? But hell, who cares, man? Keep your money in your pocket. Make them. No, I'm just playing. All right. So let's go. I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to take Cincinnati, right? Because I'm chicken shit and I don't know who's going to win. So I'm going to change that Cincinnati game from the spread to the money line, right? I'm just going to go through and correct and just play it safe, right? So we changed Pittsburgh from spread to money line. Now I'm going to go all the way down to New York Yankees. I got to leave that spread, But watch this. Let's take it money line. You never know. This is what you call playing it safe. Minnesota Twins, Cleveland. I took Minnesota already on the money line. Since Minnesota's come on as of late, they're doing really good. And I like Paddock, too. The Tigers, I've got them on the money line. Because believe it or not, St. Louis is really scrappy. All right, and then I've got the Phillies playing the Colorado Rockies. Watch this, guys. You can't be overconfident. Philadelphia is better than St. Louis head and shoulders, but you never know. So watch this. I'm taking them off the spread. I'm putting them on the money line because I'm cheap and I'm just trying to play it safe, right? Because this girl I'm trying to talk to, she want me to have money. Well, no, that's not a good analogy. Okay, here's a better one. You're trying to get a new car, right? So any dollars you get is good. So whether you get 1,000 or you get $500, but what you don't want to do is always go to that 1,000 and pass up that 500. Take what you know you can get, right? You do the ticket. So I changed this all. You know what? The Dodgers, Yakamoto. Let's put the Dodgers on the money line. Now, what that does, I'm going to put 25 on it. What that does is take it down to $374. $374. And then Chevy, if you want to make it 10, it's going to probably blow. Hold on. And that blows. $149.79. But it doesn't blow because guess what? If you didn't play this, you wouldn't have any money in your pocket. So it's better to have $149 in your pocket versus no money and you owing people, which is negative. So sometimes you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. Sometimes you got to know that if you're trying to get something accomplished, like you're trying to get your car fixed and stuff like that, you can't go in there swinging for the fences all the time. Man, just try to get on base. Just try to do whatever you can. You can take a walk. Hey, man, lean into a pitch and get hit by a ball. You're on base, right? This is a baseball analogy. So you want to do whatever you have to do to get on base and keep the rally going. So, yeah, don't go swinging for the fences because not all the time you're going to get it. And speaking of that, Torkelson, I said put Torkelson down for a home run yesterday. Um, just know this. I'm not going to tell you to put Torkelson down for a home run tomorrow, but just keep him on your watch list. Just keep Torkelson on your watch list for home runs. Got it? Hey man, it's 6 o'clock. I did 1 hour today. That's good. Yesterday we went over. I don't care. We had a lot of good stuff to talk about. Hey, it's been real, man. But hey, Chevy guy and all the rest of you guys, I am going to like every night. I'm gonna put up some YouTube videos. They may be shorts, they may be videos, but basically showing you the parlays that I've picked. I put like two up. No, I put three up. Right? I've got three latest ones I put up as three. So maybe the algorithm will get it right and get it in the syndication and whatever. Guys, I am tired. I'm beat. So, where's that guy? Where's Papi Chulo? I don't know where that dude is, man. That dude is he really liked Caitlin Clark, but he was more off into keeping shit going. Like talking about he was talking about how Angel Reese does not like Caitlin Clark. Let me tell you something, guys. Normally, guys, we don't get off into that, right? We don't get off into saying, "Oh, she hates you" or "He likes you." We just don't, man. That shit ain't masculine, man. Right? So you don't want to get off into saying because it's kind of like you like instigating stuff. Like, for an example, I know some cats, right, that I used to work with, and they don't know that I know, but they were just going around just saying like, oh, saying that I said stuff and trying to get me to have bad blood with those people. I mean, they would just say, oh, Ron doesn't like you. Ron is this. Ron is that. It may be true, right? But you ain't got to go telling that person that because now you like starting shit. You know what I mean, guys? We don't do that, right? So when that guy was talking about Angie Reese not liking her and that eighth grade shit, man. I mean, we don't. Nah, man. Let them gals play. Don't get caught up in this politic crap where people saying two athletes, man. What's it? Reese and Caitlin Clark have done an excellent job with the WNBA. Shout out to Teresa Witherspoon. That used to be my favorite NBA player. Teresa Witherspoon. I think she's coaching now. She had a coaching job in the NBA. Teresa Witherspoon was that gal. But yeah, be careful, Papi Chulo, if you're listening. Don't try to get off into saying who she don't like, like she jealous and all. Man, leave that. Nah, don't. Yeah, nah, yeah, because that what pissed me off though is when I was when I was working and whatnot, and then you had these people just starting shit, stuff will always get back to you, right? And they would just go up to the other person and just say, yeah, he doesn't like you, and he's this and he's that. You're instigating, right? You're starting something, right? Maybe it's true. Maybe I don't like the person, but that's not for you to go tell and get stuff started, right? So, Poppy, if you think they don't like each other, maybe they do, maybe they don't. But don't indulge into that, man. Don't even indulge into that. Y'all know I'm right, man. Don't indulge into, she don't like so-and-so. Look, Caitlin Clark is getting paid. And Angel Reese getting paid. All them damn ladies making money. And you sitting up here instigating. Don't do that, dude. Yeah, it ain't no good look. What you think, Chevy? Hmm. Yeah, I'm just waiting on you, Chevy. But just to say this one thing, and I'm out. Yeah, it was funny because somebody was going back. They kept doing it, man, and then somebody was like, "Yeah, so and so was actively going out telling certain people that you had a problem with them." That is correct. Let them play basketball. Let them play, man. Them girls probably know each other from AAU. And dude, they be sitting up there making them grown men making videos talking about Angie Reese is jealous. Make it gone with that shit, man. You doing too much, right? I mean, let them play. Hey Chevy, I'm gonna do a video. Did you see the videos I put out last night? I put a lot out. We'll get this one going. For tonight, I'll probably have that one out late tonight. So when you get up, you'll probably see it. Um, I'm out, guys. I am out because I gotta take care of some more business. This is it was chilly today in Cali, but it's better now. Oh my God, St. Louis 3, Detroit 0. The fuck? I don't think I. Mm-hmm. I watch them too, man. I love Caitlin Clark and I love Andrew Reese. And if you notice yesterday, the guy goes, yeah, Angie Reese is always pounding her chest, saying she's the best and all of that. Whereas Caitlin Clark never says that, and she says that she knows she's not the best player. Well, no, dude. What he's trying to do is you're trying to compare two totally different individuals. You're trying to put them in the same box, and that ain't how that works. Everybody's got different personalities, right? So now watch this. I love Caitlin Clark's demeanor and how she's humble. I love that. But watch this. Being from Detroit, I like seeing Angel Reese. I love seeing her get hyped, man, and talk trash. Right? So I like both styles. So man, whatever. Who is this? God damn it. St. Louis 4, Detroit 0. Piece of shit, man. What are you gonna do though? Yeah, no problem, man. I'll come back tomorrow. I'm gonna keep it flowing. Hopefully this parlay is gonna be like that one last week. Did you get a part of that parlay when we all hit for $500? It was 555. Did you get a Chevy? Was you in on that one? All right, guys. Chevy, yeah, man, love, peace, and hair grease. All you guys out there, just keep watching. Keep watching. It's gonna get bigger and better. At this point in juncture, I just want to educate people that may not know how to look off into baseball, right? But at the same time, I'm also looking to get educated by other people so we can share knowledge and stuff like that. So if anybody's got ideas, man, text. I mean, you can send an email, right? You can send stuff to me. I don't care because it's got to be two ways, right? Can't be one way. Even though sometimes we like that, but it's got to be two ways, man. It's got to be. So, a love, peace, and hair grease. You guys are awesome. I want you to stay awesome. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Like it, subscribe to us. Also, I do have things in my repertoire that you can check out, like old football games, because City Ballers used to be a website to showcase talent. And I was doing this, and me and my crew, we were doing this back in 2008 or 2000. Yeah, we started like 2008. So you'll see, you might catch some guys on there. I mean, like, hey, this guy used to play in the pros or whatever. Yeah, so we got a lot. What was it, D'Anthony Thomas when he was at Crenshaw? We got that guy on film. We got Ryan, Will Golston, who's with Tampa. Um, Avante Maddox, who's with the Eagles. He came back home to Detroit. He's at home. He's playing with the Detroit Lions. That is so awesome, man. Shout out to Avante Maddox. I mean, Avante Maddox was a great student athlete. He had all of the skills and all of the tools to make it happen. But guess what? He wasn't that kind that ran his mouth. He was like Caitlin Clark. Like, he let his talk. He did all his talking on the field, but he was. You're gonna see him up talking trash and run. Nah. But if you came his way, he was gonna make you pay. Either he was gonna knock the hell out of you, or he was gonna speed right past you because he's very fast. Devontae Maddox, congratulations. Welcome home back to Detroit. We need you, dude. We really do. And I think you'll be a big asset to the city of, well, you are a big asset to the city of Detroit. Hey, guys, love, peace, and hair grease. Have fun, and let's get this money.